Yo, what's going on, guys? And we're hearing right now that Kenny Atkinson is in the Lakers head coaching search mix. And besides him, we're hearing that Minnesota's Micah Nori, Boston's Charles Lee, Dallas's Sean Sweeney, and Denver's David Adelman are all people who are being considered. Obviously, they're right now in the midst of postseason runs, so their interview availability isn't, as flexible as someone like Kenny Atkinson, whose team's already eliminated. We knew that they had interest in Mike Budenholzer, potentially JJ Redick, and Kenny Atkinson was listed in there. Tyronn Lue is expected to get an extension with the Clippers. He's not going anywhere. So from what we're hearing from the Los Angeles Times is that they're in the early stages with both internal team sources and external team sources describing the Lakers as taking their time. Unless something changes, like I said earlier in another video, Tyronn Lue, but that's not expected. And from what the Los Angeles Times have said, that their sources of the past few days, there's a strong sense that the Lakers are putting a premium on head coach experience in this search, following trends where the Lakers have course corrected from one decision by doing a version of the opposite. Since Ham was the first-time coach, that means Kenny Atkinson, who has been on the Steve Kerr staff in Golden State and was the Brooklyn Nets head coach, and he was interviewed in the Lakers' last coaching search, will be in the mix. While there is a desire to find someone with experience, the Lakers sources says they aren't solely focused on coaches with head coaching experience. It seems to be speaking with candidates from multiple coaching pedigrees. Yes, that means coaches with established records in the big seat on the sideline. Also, it means they're considering some of the most highly regarded assistant coaches that could be in the postseason. As I mentioned earlier, David Adelman, Micah Nori, and Charles Lee. Boston's Charles Lee, and Dallas Sean Sweeney. I think Charles Lee is going to be the Hornets coach. Sean Sweeney's known as a really good defensive coach. David Adelman comes from, obviously, a basketball background with his being the son of Rick Adelman. And he's only 42 years old. He was with the Timberwolves first, then he went to the Magic, and then now he's been with the Nuggets, won a championship with them. Sean Sweeney was a guy, if you guys haven't followed who Sean Sweeney is, Sean Sweeney's a guy who's been with the Dallas Mavericks. I want to know was he before Kerr? I'm not Kerr, Kidd. I got to pull up his real GM because I feel like he might have been a guy that was a holdover from Rick Carlisle. I could be 100% wrong, but I know Sean's been with the team for several seasons now. He was with what seems to be the Detroit Pistons. Does it say right here? Yeah, so he was with the Pistons. He actually was the interim coach for the Pistons at one point, and he was with the Bucks before that, Nets, and yeah, so very experienced guy. Seemingly, he's probably looking like mid-30s, early 40s, so still young buck. Then Charles Lee, he's been all over the place, Milwaukee, Atlanta, Detroit. So let me hear your guys' thoughts. Who do you think is going to get chosen? So I think there's guys that are, good options. And then let's look up, Micah's the last guy I'll look up real quick. And I think he's another guy. Micah Nori is, let me see if his real GM. I'm not surprised that he's getting some love. I mean, I know he's only 50 years old. He's been with the Raptors, Kings, Nuggets, Pistons. And I think this is a guy who's literally been a coach since day one. So definitely he's connected to Jokic and helped develop him. So definitely a good guy.